I thought I'd give my opinion on this, okay? And I really don't care what other people think because I have my right to my opinion, but I'm happy to see this happen. I really am. Right here. Arizona plans, that's right, bans funding for Planned Parenthood. I'm actually proud of this, okay? I really am. This is something that's been needing to happen for a long time now, okay? Arizona governor, that's right, Jan Brewer has signed off a bill that will prevent abortion providers like Planned Parenthood from receiving public funds. In most cases, her office said, this is a common sense law. That's correct, it is. That tightens existing state regulations and closes loopholes in order to ensure that taxpayers' dollars are not used to fund abortions, whether directly or indirectly, the governor said in a statement. I'll leave the link for you. But I'm happy to see this happen. I'd like to see this happen in every state around this country. In every last state in the United States, I'd like to see this happen. Put a stop to the bullshit, okay? I see it so many times. So many women want to get up here on the internet and they want to brag and they want to fucking blah, blah, blah about Planned Parenthood. And they want to go out and they want to get an abortion, okay? That's right. And they want to use taxpayers' money to kill a kid. That's right. To kill an innocent child and then justify it by saying, well, it's all right. It's all right. Well, okay, so it's your right to become a child killer. I understand, okay? Because you like the idea of killing children, all right? No. In reality, what it's done is it's allowed the female population to become even more irresponsible, okay? That's all it's done. It's given them a lame cop-out to become more irresponsible. In other words, we don't got to take protection to keep ourselves from getting pregnant. If we get pregnant, the state will just run to Planned Parenthood and the taxpayers will pay for us to kill the kid. Because we don't want responsibility. Oh, well, I'm not quite ready to raise a child yet. Well, then what are you doing laying down and opening your legs? What are you doing spreading your legs and putting a dick in it if you don't want a child? Oh, well, that's sex, that's love. No, that's not love. That's lust. Because the majority of you don't know what love is. The majority of people in today's society, females and males, both genders, do not know what love is. They haven't the first clue what love is. Most of you think love is lust. Or love is materialistic items, fame, stats. That's right, money, materialistic items, everything that love isn't. And we've replaced sex with love, so everybody thinks sex is love now, because what can I say? Programming's done a beautiful job at messing society up. But I said it and I've said it and I've said it and I've said it. The only way I agree to abortion at all is if you can absolutely 100% prove that for the female to bear the child if she's pregnant would be a threat to her life. I mean, it's going to cost her life. If she has the kid, it's going to kill her. Then I can agree. No problem. I agree to the abortion under that situation. Or if it's a real rape, and I mean real, I don't mean because you cried rape. When you willingly take off your clothes with the guy because you want the dick in your hole and then he gets mad, you run and cry, you call rape, that's not rape. That don't count. That's not rape. Okay? Or just to say somebody raped you just to get by with it. No. Sorry. When you females cry rape, it needs to be investigated very, 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 very thoroughly before anybody's arrested at all, period. Because too many females are like the boy that cried wolf. Lie their ass off and accuse an innocent man, or innocent men in some cases, of raping them that never raped them. That's right. All for the attention. That way she can be the victim. Poor me. Oh, poor me. Okay? And play victim role. And if you willingly went out there and did it, you don't deserve an abortion. Maybe this right here, see, this is a good thing, because this right here will help to force some of your females' hands to actually grow the fuck up and take some responsibility. Yeah, maybe you have to think twice now if you don't want a kid about taking some protection. You know, and the best protection I can tell you is keep the clothes on and your legs closed. And then if you can't keep your clothes on and keep your legs closed, then I guess you're going to start taking the pills. You're going to get a female condom, and you're going to make sure the guy has a condom on as well. Okay? And if you can't do that stuff because you're irresponsible, then when you get pregnant, I guess you're going to get tied down to the burden of taking care of that child. And if you want to act like a lot of these other women and kill the kid after it's born, or arrange an accident, or have a fit and shake it and kill it or whatever, then at that time you need to be held responsible for murder just like any other adult would be, and you need to be locked up. And the sentencing in the courts and stuffs in this country, people need to start having an outcry, and women need to start being held accountable to their actions. Okay? In other words, it's as simple as this. If a man kills a child and he gets 20 years behind bars, when the female kills the child, she needs to have 20 years behind bars. No exceptions to the rules whatsoever. The same crime carries the same time for both genders. There's no double standards because she has a hole between her legs. When you want to say, well, it's because she's a female, you can go F yourself, okay? There's no excuse for it. No excuse for it at all. The double standards have to go away. It's complete hogwash. But I am happy to hear this. You know, anybody that does the true research on Planned Parenthood, find out Planned Parenthood is nothing but a eugenics program. That's all it is. It's a eugenics program. Your idol, Margaret Sanger, or whatever you want to call her, you know, she wanted to do away with the black population. She thought all blacks should be exterminated from the face of the earth. Okay? And tell me that's not eugenics. It is. And here you are, people just, oh no, Planned Parenthood's a good thing. Yes, killing innocent children because you're irresponsible is a good thing, huh? Well, if that's a good thing, then I suppose George Sidini walking into that gym and shooting them women was a good thing, wasn't it? That's right. I suppose Jack the Ripper was a good thing too, right? Because it's a good thing. It's killing innocent women. Yes, that's right. Yeah, that's a good thing. What do you mean killing innocent women isn't a good thing? Wasn't that what you're doing when you have an abortion most of the time? You're killing an innocent child who didn't ask for you to spread your freaking legs and put a dick in your hole for you to get pregnant to begin with. I don't recall the child asking to be born. It's just like the guys that live TFL. Do you think they had any say-so on how tall they were going to be and what they looked like? Who their parents was going to be? You see, people are just totally out of it. You're nuts. Nobody has any say-so in that. Nobody. Not even you jerks that are saying that shit. You didn't have any say-so on how tall you was going to be and what you were going to look like. And why should a guy have to change himself for a female that's not going to change a fucking thing about herself? Nobody should have to change nothing about themselves unless they want to change something about themselves. And if somebody's going to change something about themselves, it has to be because of their want. You know? And I'm not justifying bad behavior when I'm saying this, because somebody with bad behavior, in other words, somebody that goes out there and does stuff that they know full well is wrong, that person has to want to correct that. It's just like an alcoholic. You can send an alcoholic to AA all you want. It's not going to stop them from drinking. They have to want to correct it themselves. Until they want to correct it themselves, it will not be corrected. You cannot force somebody to correct something about themselves. They have to want to do it themselves, okay? And they have to recognize and see it for themselves that they actually have a problem, okay? And until that happens, you're not going to change it. You know, and I'm not justifying wrong behavior in that fact. I'm just saying facts are the facts, okay? But when it comes to Planned Parenthood, and it comes to abortions, to see this kind of a bill be signed to stop Planned Parenthood from getting a hold of taxpayers' money to line their pockets and killing children, it's a good thing. I think this needs to be in all the states in the United States right now. I agree with the governor in signing this bill. That's right, and it's a her doing it. That's right, she's a female. That's right, because not all females are bad. But we do have a high percentage of females out here, especially who like to climb up on YouTube. Okay? Just like these females climbing up on YouTube talking about the sex workers. Protect the sex workers. The sex workers. You mean the prostitutes. You mean the sluts. The whores. The ones that go out and pass out sexually transmitted diseases. The ones who think that they're spreading their legs, taking off their clothes and spreading their legs, that some guy should pay them money. And for the guys who pay females money to put their dick in her hole, you're all insane, every last one of you. Okay? That is something that should be saved for the female and male and marriage and getting together and loving each other in real love. And sex isn't love. Okay? Looks isn't love. Money isn't love. Stats and fame isn't love. Okay? As far as the abortion thing goes, you know, you got my feeling, my opinions on that. That's not going to change. And I'm proud of this governor right here that you're seeing in this picture for doing what she's doing, for signing that bill. I agree with that 100%, and I think all the states in the United States should do this. And fighting for sex workers' rights, no, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that at all. You're calling them sex workers. Sorry, there's no work involved. What work are you doing? How hard is it for you to take off your clothes? You do that every day when you get in the shower, you get up, get dressed, or what have you. There's no work involved there. Laying down and spreading your legs for some fucking guy to come along and charge him money for you to take off your clothes? No, go screw yourselves. If I had my way, I'd do away with all strip bars. That's right, I'd do away with all the strip bars. I'd do away with the fucking adult bookstores. That's right, the head shops. I'd do away with that. Adult bookstores, strip bars would be gone. And prostitution, nah. And it'd stay illegal. Why? And it should stay illegal. Prostitution should never be legalized. Okay? That's just my feelings. Okay? It should never be legalized. Never. Practicing passing out sexually transmitted diseases. Practicing going from one person to another person. Destroying families. Destroying lives. Just like killing innocent children because you're irresponsible. But I just wanted to have my little say-so here and on through my little rant. And I'm proud of this governor, and I'd like to see this happen in all the states in the United States. And that's my opinion.